Well, President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration is, of course, January 20th. But if the impeachment process for President Trump starts now, it may not necessarily end after Biden is sworn in. Marquette Associate Professor Paul Nolet is joining us this morning. Thank you again for carving out some time with us.
Absolutely. Good to be here.
So this is, of course, a complicated process. A lot of people have a lot of questions. Can you first explain to us the difference between impeachment and actually convicting the president?
Yeah, so what we call the impeachment process is really a two-stage process. The first part starts in the House of Representatives, and they debate whether the president should be impeached, which is almost like bringing an indictment against the president. And the House votes on a majority vote to impeach the president, and then it goes over to the Senate, where they debate whether they should convict him under those charges, and that requires a 2/3 vote.
And that, of course, did not happen the first time around.
Right. So the House did impeach President Trump back early in 2020, but the Senate acquitted the president. So he wasn't convicted.
Right. You need the full process. So trials the first time around took months. Can Congress speed things up?
Yes, they can, is the short answer. The House could have an impeachment very quickly. I mean, even in as little as an hour, potentially. And when that goes over to the Senate, I expect the Senate process to be quite a bit longer, but they could wrap it up even before January 20th, which is Inauguration Day.
Well, are there other legal options available?
Yes. So there's been a lot of talk about using the 25th Amendment, which is a process that hasn't been used before, in which the vice president and a majority of the presidential cabinet would declare that President Trump is unable to carry out the duties of the office and he would no longer be president. And Vice President Pence instead would be the acting president. But it looks like Pence at this point is unwilling to go that route. So that's why there's increasing talk about the impeachment process.
Now, look, I know we're running out of time, but I think this is really important because this is a question a lot of folks even have been asking. They're saying, you know, with 11 days left, what is the purpose of going through this process if a new administration is going to come in? Now, President Trump has talked about running again in 2024. How could this affect that run?
Yes, so a successful impeachment process and conviction would lead to a situation where Trump could never run again for any other federal office. So I think that's one of the big reasons why they're pursuing this entire process.